Okay, so this deck combines two of my loves in Standard. Crappy cards with Flash and crappy cards with Mutate. So we've got Slitherwisp here, and we have 1, 2, 3 Mutate cards that all have flashy things. And then we've got things like Brazen Borrower and Threnody Singer here that also have flash. We've got Baby G, as well as the Black Mamba, the Zagoth Mamba here, that work at the bottom end of our curve to mutate onto. This card especially seems very sweet in the aggressive matchups, where you like play this out and then you mutate onto this on turn 2 and like kill something and then get to draw a card. Because the deck's very flashy, we get to play a number of counter spells to good effect. Got a couple extra pieces of spot removal in this, so we got a bunch of different pieces of spot removal in the sideboard for when our counter spells aren't great. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this and see how this goes. This could be a dumpster fire, but I felt like after I thought about this deck list, I would be remiss not to try it. It's playing a lot of the types of things I enjoy playing. Ah, we're playing against the 80%. We can have a dumpster fire off. Whose blaze shall burn brightest? Starting off with the easy mulligan here. I played this deck last night. Needs Witch's Vengeance the sideboard to deal with Elves. Elves isn't really a deck in Standard. So I would disagree with you that I need to play a narrow sideboard card to deal with a deck that doesn't exist. This is where the magic happens, chat. Welcome to Thunderdome. Enjoy your stay. Thanks for the biddies fire. Glad you're able to get everything reset at least. So I intentionally put a stop here. So that way if they did something like that that would let them see cards we were playing, I could concede as such. No information for you exactly. I don't know exactly what they're doing with their mill deck, but probably don't need this to kill tiny creatures. Surprised if Stroke is useful. We'll see. Might reassess how we sideboard for the next game, but the mulligan to 4 tactical concede seems like game theory optimal here. You're gonna be dark destroyed, chat. I was 1 win for Mythic, now I'm Diamond 4 with no pips. I can only go up from here. That's true. That's true. I've seen Mythic as low as 61%, I believe. Maybe I'm supposed to murder this here. Or they get a chance to play another land. They have our Brazen Borrower, and they're... Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. I don't think we can kill them before they mill us out here. Take a do-over. One of the things that's like, I'm interested in trying this deck out against decks that exist in the format that, like, are common things that people are going to play, so, like, losing to a random thing like that isn't something I'm interested in. Honestly, our deck's probably... God, just no lands in any of these hands. Our deck's probably not very good against normal rogues, too, but that's so, like, whatever. Rogues just devours brews. I mulliganed the Disdainful Stroke in our opener because they weren't showing Yorion. I think that's probably a good play in general. Yeah. Interesting. Regretting having played our card as a land tier, obviously. Do I want to bounce Fae of Wishes? I think so. Lets me attack them. It could be wrong though, because it lets them use the adventure part. Lets them play us, like, if they have, like, I guess if they had even Odd Sweeper, they'd get us with that regardless. Oh, you know, I saw a Ultimatum list going around that had an adventure sub-theme. They used Fae of Wishes to grab Ultimatum from the sideboard. Hey, Cyanide, thank you for the 2.5 years. Good morning. We're gonna be dead to ultimatum here, right? I mean, Sultai Ultimatum's had an only okay win rate for the last 2 weeks now. It's been like a known quantity and there's lots of good ways to attack it very directly. Our Dirge Bat here destroys a creature, planeswalker, whenever it mutates. So it's Laser Eyes. Brada's coming for you, chat. Kind of our first match. The actual first match we mulliganed to 4 and didn't really play. It's really sad that we're never going to get to play Mutate cards without Eldraine in Standard. Really wish Standard rotated twice per year. So we could get a chance to play with these cards without these stupid adventure cards being legal. This card's probably the reason why, a big part of why this deck's not playable. I'd also accept once per expansion, but I'd accept twice a year as a corollary. We are supposed to hold this, actually, in case we draw the, when you play a flash spell, draw a card. Got him.
I can work.
Heartless Act out here. Probably Singer out. Don't really have things I really want to give minus attack to. Just want to go up on counter spells here. It does not seem particularly good so far, Clador. Could be a quick one. Got Baby G-Zilla on the play here, chat. Disfigure versus Deadweight's pretty whatever. Against the decks that you want that type of effect against, you usually don't mind tapping out. Yeah, everybody watching this stream gets to vote, Claire. And then we just get buried by the Eldrines here, right? Morning lock. This only costs me one, right? Nice. Symbiote's not felt particularly impressive so far. I could definitely see this being better. I kind of wanted to fit some Murderous Riders into here. I could see this being just better as another removal spell. That's like a removal spell we can mutate onto later. Hey, seem to draw a flash creature here. Flash card. Get disputed back here. It's fine. The deck we played wasn't very good, but the games are okay. Pretty sure we just struck this. We got a chunk block with Polywog, and then we're hoping to draw a Dirge Bat next turn to mutate onto Slitherwisp to kill the Lovestruck Beast. Yeah, one of the, I'm blanking on the name, but one of the MPL members was plugging Sultai Adventures Ultimatum, saying they thought it was much better in the aggressive matchups, which I think makes sense. Alright, BB Godzilla was super mediocre. I'm gonna go up a Singer and put a couple of Riders in here. A little bit more interaction in the main, a little bit extra flash stuff. Soldier Sui, thank you for the 37 months. Welcome back. Good morning. Always Succulent Pyro, thank you for the 29 months. Howdy, howdy. Kowalski, yeah, that sounds right. Gosh, and this hand would be great if we just like had a swamp instead of the stupid castle. Morning, Mark. The stupid utility land. Whole curve is going to be thrown off now because of it. Snow-covered plain, snow-covered swamp. Use some kind of Doom Foretold deck. Thorn and DMS, thank you for the 3 years. Howdy, howdy. Pretty bad for us. Yeah, just like the fact that this land was tapped through just everything off. Would have been able to negate this Elspeth's Nightmare otherwise. Hey, Pork Chop Popsicles, good morning to you. Thanks for the sub gifts. Love to draw a blue source. And then something to note with Braca here is it looks a little awkward to mutate for 6, but the key here is you're usually mutating onto it to get its triggers. So we do this, then we get a 2-mana destroy target thing here, which is nice. Island, please. Yeah. And now we're dead because they're going to kill this, right? Can't hold this up. Gosh, our mana was just so bad here. We just let this happen and save this for a more important spell. Like the Doom foretold, we can race these with our Brazen Borrowers and our Singer here. Captain McAwesome, thanks for the follow. Good morning. Get the Mamba going. Hey, Mamba. Scry me a river, baby. They know about this negate. Outlaws Merriment. Sure. Send that one back from whence it came. Thanks, Pork Chop. Hope your Monday's going all right. So if I do this, they can kill my Brazen Borrower. The problem is this could make one of the 1/2 deals of damage to something, which could let them kill Brazen Borrower. So like there's risk to this either way. Just playing lands out here still. I don't want to play Slitherwisp out to block inside of combat because they could have a sweeper. Like this could be a Doomscar. Hey, Luna, thank you for the 1.5 years. Morning, good morning. Well, we got to draw a bunch of cards this turn, which is all you could really ask for. Alright, and the Negate should close it up, right? Means even if they have a sweeper, they shouldn't be getting out of it. That was a Doomscar, chat. Alright, so Mamba comes out against Control. Negate and Stroke definitely come in. Honestly, we'd probably just bring in Mystic Dispute as, it's like a bad mana leak. Don't really know what this opponent's doing. Playing, like, Enchantment Mush Control. Mardu cards they like. Mardu Tradebinder, yeah. Yeah, they could be on Doom Fortune. Was probably the thing they're doing, I would imagine. This is a land. I think maybe if I drawn a fourth land there, I would hold this as a spell, but I think as is, that's a land. When it can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hand, sure. My Brazen Borrowers shall not happen again. My 1/3 for 2 flies opponent. Sick value. Pretty sure we just hold up Dispute here. If they play something not worth disputing, we'll mutate the Sea-Dasher onto the Singer at end of turn. This is one-sided, right? Yeah, so my opponent could be playing adventure cards still. I think I mutate the Sea-Dasher under Singer here, so that way it doesn't die to Bone Crusher Giant. Tybalt's Trickery. Well, that's an annoying bit of variance. Red counterspell. Something. Oh, Magistrate stops you from casting it. That's funny. That's cute. Opponent jumping through the hoops to make their red counterspell work. I have a lot of stuff that plays to the board for the fact that they're a Doomscar deck. The 1/3 does stop Ultimatum. You are correct. Stops Adventures and Ultimatum. So it's a card that works with their trickeries and then also has some application against some other things in the format. Yeah, it seems fine. It does not stop a flying shark, chat. He's coming for you. Maybe I should have played Dirge Bat last turn. That's probably what we'll do now. Three flying flashers. All of the Dirge Bats belong to us, chat. This is day 9's ult with Outlaw Experiment. This is 6, 7, 8. I have Dispute to counter a Doomscar, and then we kill them in the air. I suppose if they have land Tybalt's Trickery Doomscar, they could get us. Alright, bad flying flash creatures better than bad Mardu enchantments. Was this Mutate deck a submission? It was not. It was, I like both Mutate cards and bad flash cards, so I took 2 bad flavors and mixed them up together. Change my pet. I really don't like this silly bear. Join the club, Mr. Streamer. Yeah, me too. I know what I like, chat. I know what I like. Maybe 2 bads make a good, exactly. Yeah. Where's your treasure token now, opponent? Where's your treasure token now? That's what I thought. Dirge Bat don't care about your dragon trigger. Dragon this. The Dirge Bat's here, chat. The Dark Destroyer's coming for you. BT dubs, this Naya deck that the opponent's playing had the highest win rate of all standard decks this past weekend and all the tournaments that happened on Melee. Imagine registering the hottest new deck and then queuing up in standard and getting stuck by Brada the Dark Destroyer. Do we have a post-days land drop of shame? The post-days land drop of shame is my favorite, chat. Oh, it was a tap land. Gonna draw a couple of cards. Alright, here, move Yugi boy. What? Brada is evolving. Look at it. Look at its glorious mutations. Glorious mutations. Mutate, my pretties. Mutate. Seagon, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Alright, so Negate and Stroke both seem good here. Heartless Act's probably fine. What are we trimming? Theranod probably comes out against everything that's not like red or white aggro, I think. It's a deadweight matchup. I don't hate like one deadweight. Killing what's it called? Innkeeper's pretty important. Is Emanate good enough? Would I rather have spot removal than Mambas? Well, deadweight trades tempo even with Innkeeper. I could just gear up to go long and pull the Mambas out and like just go max out on removal spells. Maybe we'll put Mambas in on the play. Mambas seem like they're going to get stepped on quite frequently though. It's a shame this card isn't a 3/3. The fact that it only has 2 points of toughness makes it real awkward against Bone Crusher Giant. Really hoping to draw a black source here, huh? How about a brick? Spend our mana for the turn at least. This is where the magic happens. Get the 2-lander on the draw, and this was our 5th or 6th turn. At least their hand sucks too. Got that going for us. Alright. In it to win it. This could get stepped on, but like it's gonna get stepped on if I play it at end of turn 2, so I think I just try and eat the giant killer here, because in the event that they don't have it, this is good for us. It's kind of scary. I think we just pass here. I think we just want to hold up these. Thanks for the 24 months, Dimstar. Welcome back. I guess I should be killing these proactively because of the fling. Probably a good call. This card's brutal. If you're like, it feels like if you're a creature deck that doesn't have a way to destroy artifacts or enchantments, you just like lose the game when this card resolves. Kills their Shepherd of the Flock at least. Like, think about how many cards this took from us, right? This card 4-for-1 us, right? It killed both of my Slitherwisps. It killed a Sea-Dasher Octopus. It killed a Brazen Borrower. Yeah, it 4-for-1 us. Like that's brutal. Thanks for the 22 months, Quintivis. Welcome back. Yeah, we're super dead. Just got all the cards. Yeah, like their other card 4-for-1 does too, right? So like we got 4-for-1 in a couple of different ways there. Honestly, the way their deck plays out, I kind of want these Mystic Disputes. I think Bad Mana Leak is probably pretty playable here. The Jund Death Touch video is lovely. It's a good time. I thought we were actually going to win that game despite not having a third land until turn 7. Until the Akronan War happened. I think if the Akronan War hadn't happened, we were going to be a favorite to win that game. I might want a 25th land in this deck. With the option to kill the dragon instead of countering it. Yeah, and then they could have had a protection spell, Tom. So if I use Heartless Act on the dragon, they get a treasure, and the treasure taps for 2 mana. And their deck plays 4 copies of Give a Creature Protection from a color for 2 mana. I definitely think it's correct to do what I did there. Alright, I'm going to do something really innovative here, and I'm going to continue cutting bad cards from our deck and putting more good cards into it. Not all of the bad cards, obviously, but, you know, more of them. We're going to keep the Mutate and the Flash cards. This is the kind of visionary deck building that keeps me coming back. Yeah, you understand. I have no idea which cards are in which sets, Sedalution. I think the answer to your question is no, but I actually don't know offhand. Pretty sure. Mostly Kaldime's a tall order. I could give you a deck that doesn't contain many Eldraine cards. The control decks that I worked on for a little bit don't contain a lot of Eldraine cards. The Jund control or whatever it's called. I assume Sedalution's asking that question because they want to invest in a standard deck that's not going to rotate anytime soon, but... The older sets right now are just kind of on a different power level than what Kaldheim is. I actually like that we've had a pull down in power level. I wish rotation would happen more often, so we didn't have to sit here and wait, but if the next two sets are at a similar power level to Kaldheim, we're going to be in a pretty good spot, format-wise, I think, when rotation happens in the fall. I think I'm just clicking OK here. Yeah, there's a ton of Jund and 4-color control videos up on my YouTube channel. I suppose we could get game 1 disputed here. I feel bad. If they have untapped land binding here, I'm sad. I get to play Omen of the Seas and draw a second card off Slitherwisp though, so that's not bad. Probably dead without a huge flow of cards though. Stroke's pretty good. We discarding the hand size? I think we are. Gotta negate that one. Ryzen takes our negate away next turn. Is there someone I send the build to? What's going on, Moldy? Gleeber, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. Gotta counter that, 'cause otherwise it draws 2 cards. Feels like this is gonna die, so I don't think I want to flash the Sea-Dasher on it. Honestly, my opponent's deck is staying empty boarded enough that we might want to just like play Sea-Dasher as a separate threat here. It's really sad that this is only opponent's creatures, so I can't mutate this onto things to save my threats from removal. Will go a long way in control matchups to making this archetype better. If you could like use this to save a mutate pile that's about to die. Nice, Burning Piggy. Thanks for the 26 months. Get it done. Think I'm just passing again here. I think I just want to hang on to these. That's really useful suggestion in my blue-black deck right now. Get spiked. Oh, and this is lethal, right? The Slitherwisp is lethal? Trigger. What's going on, Gout? The place that we usually use for electrical and plumbing work told my wife they had a week wait to get someone out, so she's gonna try and call someone else to fix her thing. Smoke if you got him. Yep. Bring in the disputes and the stroke there. Honestly, it could be right to have a full set of strokes or negates in this 75. Or 4 negates in the 75 to protect our mutate threat could be real, right? Mythic Icon, good afternoon. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for hanging out today. Great to see over 900 people in here this morning. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I've been doing a ton of Magic since Called I'm released, playing Standard, Historical, but a Pioneer as well in Magic Online. Play a lot of off-meta and brews like this. They're not always good. This deck's probably bad, but it's fun. I like casting flash creatures and mutating things. If you enjoy the content, make sure to drop the channel a follow. I also have a YouTube channel where everything I stream that's reasonable gets archived. So there's a ton of great deck ideas up there for all the formats that we play, if you're looking for things to poke around with on Arena. Yeah, that seems good, right? Probably play one of these disruptions as a land on one. Omen of the Sea seems nice. This card drawing 2 cards with Slitherwisp is nice. Smooths the deck out a little bit, helps us find our good cards a little bit more consistently too. How does deck voting work? Deck voting, when I'm just about done playing this deck, I will put a poll up in chat. Twitch has integrated polls now. You will be able to spend bits and channel points to vote extra as well. People that support the content a little bit or watch a lot and have channel points can get a little bit extra in. Honestly, I think I play the islands here and probably plan to play Borrower as a 3/1 this turn. Just start beating down. Disruption is a very good card. Yeah, the polls work on mobile Twitch. We are up to 19 shillionaires now. I mean, the formats aren't super relevant, but if you didn't check out our production value of the previous Hooglandia Opens, you want to know what to expect for upcoming ones, watching a couple of rounds is reasonable. There's old playlists up there if you dig back on my YouTube channel. Like, go watch the finals or something. Let's do Omen to start and see what we find. May or may not want to negate this, depending on what we draw here. I'm gonna let this die. More like flash in the Singer. Oh, this card's kind of cute with Singer too, huh? Singer's not very good in this matchup. I think I need to look at my sideboard again. I probably want to board in a way in a matchup like this where I don't have any of these in my deck post board, which I think means I want 2 more sideboard cards. I think I left 2 of these in. This is definitely a card that shouldn't be in my deck post board against control. I mean, to be kind of blunt, it's really not that difficult to have good production value. As someone who's like done this, it's just like takes a very, very small amount of technical know-how. Like we literally do the Hooglandia Opens with no extra money spent, so like, how do we feel about... Oh, you know what? So this is small, but I actually should have left the 1/3 on top. And the reason for this is if they have Extinction Event, I want an even and an odd here. The fact that I have 2 odds now is much worse against Extinction Event. Fizzy Dragon, thank you for the 38 months and the absurdly generous tier 3. Welcome back. And then they're at 6 and all these flash cards are going to drain them, which is great. I got you, Fizzy. Alright, so they're dead, right? Shark is lethal. Harriot, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so let's give a little deck building exercise. I like this deck and I want to try and at least make it somewhat optimal. When it comes to deck construction, something that people don't do enough of the time, in my opinion, when figuring out their decks is sideboarding outside of games. Silly Cheese, thanks for the 25 months. Welcome back. So, for example, you saw I copied my deck there, and what I mean by that is you should practice sideboarding even when you're not playing. So, for example, in that last match, I said, let's put this back down. In that last match, I said I think I need 2 more cards for the Sultai matchup, and the way I can easily see that is right now I have 4 cards in my sideboard for the Sultai matchup. But I have 6 cards I want to cut. I'm leaving 2 Singers in my deck here. So I think that means I probably want two more cards in my board for that matchup. I can also do this with other matchups too to see how everything lines up. So this is like blue-black flash versus Sultai. And then to see like, okay, what matchups do I have too many cards for? Let's clone this again. And let's say this is going to be UP versus mono white. So now let's take a look at my sideboard and think about, okay, against mono white right now I have 4 dead weights I want to bring in. I have 2 eliminates. I have a Heartless Act. I have an Erebos' Intervention. And then I look at my deck and I go, okay, what do I want to cut against mono white? These negates are bad. These disdainful strokes are bad. And then like looking at this here, it looks like I probably have too many cards to bring in against mono white right now, right? So like if I look at the way my sideboard is currently constructed, I'm at 64 cards that I like in my 75 against mono white. And if my deck is built well, it should be very easy in, easy out. I have 60 cards that I like in this popular matchup. So that tells me, like, for example, I might have like another card I could shave here, like maybe Omen of the Sea isn't a card I want against aggro because I think I don't have enough time to like commit to it's like fine game 1, but post-board I'd rather have more things that play to the board. But like looking at this now, I go, okay, even if I trim Omen of the Sea, I probably have 2 cards here too many for this matchup. So that means I can trim 2 of these cards that I put in here for the mono white matchup. And then those are the cuts that I want to make to fit in for the Sultai matchup. And I think it's probably Erebos' Intervention. I think dead weight in terms of resource efficiency. Both of these cards are nice in that they kill the 3-1 that makes itself indestructible, but I think I'd prefer dead weight from a resource efficiency standpoint. So I think that's probably the cut. So like this is my 60 card post board mono white deck. And I know I can cut the Erebos' Interventions now to make room for 2 more cards for Sultai. And then the thought comes down to what do I want for the Sultai matchup? So I think I want the 4th negate because protecting my queen seems important. And then do I want just like another counterspell? Do I want to board in 6 counterspells here? Or do I want another threat that can attack? Because I'm boarding these out, which is it's just cutting threats. Is there another flash threat I could play? This card's not awful. Okay, it's kind of awful, but like, it might be fine. This technically counters Great Henge too. Like, I don't know that I have room for this in the main deck. It's pretty bad against aggro, but like, this is like a chunky threat that like counters Yorion, right? And they have other miscellaneous creatures. We're still playing as a Dothworth tuning. One of the nice things about playing decks for a longer amount of time. Oh, maybe we just do this actually. What if we board Omen of the Dead? Instead of playing a different threat, this just gives me more copies of the threats I already have, and it draws a card with Slitherwisp. I don't hate that. I mean, looking at the mediocre start ignores the context of what happened in the first few games that we played. We played a bunch of games where we just didn't draw any lands, so like, again, don't focus on the results, focus on what actually happened in the games that we're playing. And just being like, oh, we started 0-2 because, like, we mulliganed to 4 and, like, kept missing our land drops on curve. Like, that's a really, really lazy approach to what actually happened. Just focusing on the 0-2. are you a spell? I think this is a spell. We'll see. I reserve the right to change my mind. Looks like probably the Naya Adventures deck again. I imagine this dark type's going to be all over the ladder the next couple of days. People figure it out. I think it's actually going to be one of the decks we put up for deck voting to see if people want to see it played. I'll definitely take a second swamp on the bottom the other one here for now. Feels like a spell to me. It's bad because of both of those reasons, Panda. Thanks, son. I appreciate the feedback. It'll be a couple weeks yet, but I will be sending out another sub-survey sometime soonish. Another week or two, probably. See if they have their protection spell here or not. It's a shame we didn't hit the 5th land to hold Negate up here. Probably dead if they do. Yeah, there's a good chance we just lose now. Maybe I should have kept that second swamp earlier. Well, if their last card's a blank, we're in a good spot. I have been sent here to destroy you. What? Dirge Bat is evolving. Fuck this card, man. It's so obnoxious. Alright. Think we're in garbage time now. Think we've survived. They've flooded enough here that we're gonna be okay. There's no reason to be aggressive here. Alright, so you definitely want my third stroke here. I think this is a Singer out matchup. Heartless Act seems good. I think it's an eliminate matchup. We brought in Dispute last time, but I don't know if that's right. I think I need to leave the negates in to fight over things like their flings, and to fight over things like a Cronin War is pretty important to not have happen. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try this. For people asking how the deck's been going, we've been playing for 90 minutes and I haven't taken the deck and deleted it yet. So that's as positive of feedback as I'm going to give you. We've been playing for 90 minutes and I haven't deleted the deck yet. I don't get more optimistic than that. Our deck probably isn't good, but it's certainly great. Is about where I'm at. In the realm of doing things that are innovative, I've been steadily cutting bad cards from our deck, and our deck feels like it's gotten better every time I've cut a garbage card from it. Which I know that is the innovative Magic advice that you all come here for. Our deck has gotten subsequently better with every terrible card that I've cut from it. I keep Shark to pair with Dirge Bat. I don't think so. I think I want to hit land drops. I'd also really like to hit some card advantage here. We're looking for a Slitherwisp or a Mutate draw cards. Our deck does have a distinct lack of Porcuparrot. Porcuparrot fans are going to be a little disappointed. My turn, you're just passing? Alright, I'd love to describe. Ghost Black, thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. You know, I think I'm in for both of these. I think I'm in for a 5th land, and I think I'm in for a 2nd threat. Oh no! Fire Prophecy! They have the anti-Dirge Bat tech, chat! They have the anti-Dirge Bat tech. Oh no! Look at the way they massacred my boy. Oh, did it just tap me off of playing this at end of turn? That's super awkward. I guess we'll just Heartless Act. It's annoying though. They are not playing Cleave or Henge. They're playing Scalds as a source of card advantage. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying Mythgard. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The 3rd code for the free core set cards is out, by the way. I think... Am I paying 3 to draw a card here? Is that crazy? I feel like it's not crazy. This is a little aggressive. At any cost, yep. This is also a touch aggressive. I don't know, I'm feeling aggressive, chat. Urgh. Urgh. Oh, I could have brought it before the token. Yeah, okay, yeah, I messed up. This is gonna be like a stomp to punish me. I definitely did not have to give them mana here, though. In my head, this was a 4-mana. In my head, I wanted to slither this turn, but yeah, this is much better. We didn't get punished for my mistake here, but yeah, that was a big mistake on my part. I just messed that up. There's no excuse. Hey, Frigley, thank you for the 1.5 years, and thank you for the very generous tier 2. Welcome back. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna Brazen Borrower because we could draw a Negate or a Stroke here. Swish. All right, any flash spell is lethal. No, I don't think there's a reason to draw. If we draw, I could die to, I don't know, like a 1/1 plus them killing this plus the Love Struck piece. I believe they have an animation. Yeah, they do. They are great. The animation seems just. That like actually felt competitive, right? Like, we like had some back and forth there. We had good, reasonable answers to what they were doing. Our threats felt genuinely good. Little bit of a flub, not mutating to kill the dragon before the treasure there, but didn't get punished for it. No, that's just how their deck is built, as Zentoth. They didn't pull up. That's just what their deck is. The opponent didn't, for people that are talking about how my opponent sideboarded, I'd encourage you to look up the archetype that we were just playing against from Melee over the weekend. They really didn't board in a bunch of stuff. Their deck has a lot of interaction in it. I agree that their interaction isn't amazing against us. But they didn't like bring a bunch in. That's just how their deck is. Slitherwisp is our best draw next turn. That's not terrible. I really wanted Slitherwisp so we could cantrip these in this matchup. They're pretty bad. Yeah, we're starting Bug Snacks this afternoon as my next story-driven variety game. Static Ocean, good afternoon. I mean, they are playing a Naya Adventures deck. It's just like an established list from this past weekend that I think it was a Japanese player popularized, or someone that popularized at one of the SCG Tour events. This card's pretty mediocre in the mid-range and control matchups, but this is our, like, let's try not to die to aggro game one Hail Mary. I think this card, especially combined with all our deadweights post board, should give us decent play in, like, the red and the white matchups. I would expect we're a bit of a dog game one to red or white a lot of the time. I think we have the tools in R75 to make that feasible. Dunk. The old wet noodle slap. Yeah, we'll look at Runeterra spoilers at the end of each stream, Hangdren, so after Bug Snacks. We have a game one dispute here. Why are the timers in Arena so long? I don't know. I would really like a speed magic format. Like best of 3, both players have like 10 or maybe 15 minutes on the clock. Actually, what it should be is that my ideal Magic Arena format is both players get 5 minutes on the clock, and every time you pass priority, you get some small amount of seconds added back to your clock. Up to some theoretical maximum for the match. That's what I would love to see. Start him super low and then give people time back as they make decisions. Really just need sources of card advantage at this point, or counter spells like that. I am also biased in that request because I would be very good at it. I think there's other good professional players that would be good at it too, but one of my strengths as a player is definitely playing slightly above average while also playing quickly. Yeah, I think we've just drawn too many of our cards that we're going to sideboard out in this matchup to have a chance this game. Like Heartless Acts and Singers are all cards we cut, so we've drawn half of the 6 cards I sideboard out here at this point. Well, at least that's Behold and not take extra turns. A format like that would make Magic more watchable too. As a spectator type thing. It'd be more engaging. You don't have your players sitting there burning down their 3 timeouts. Yeah, we all have one of those, 4-9er. I get you. It's like, what are you doing? Come on now. Alright. Yeah, we're good. Pro tip, don't draw the cards you want to sideboard out. Super. You see how easy it is to sideboard when you go into a matchup with a plan? You like, we thought about how we wanted to approach this matchup before we were actually in it, and then when sideboarding happened, we were like, okay, let's go. Yeah, I'm definitely planning to do more tournaments, Ghost. I'm playing in 2 different community tournaments the weekend after this next one, so March 6th and 7th. I've got them up on my calendar already. And then this weekend I might do, if I can find a standard deck I like, I might do some SCG tournaments again this weekend. We'll see. I gotta talk to my boss too and find out what she's okay with. But the tournament content was very well received. Both the live stream on a 10-minute delay and the YouTube videos were heavily viewed. So it's a different type of content than my normal content too, right? Like my normal content, I'm very plugged into engaging with chat, and the tournament content being on a delay with chat gone is a little bit more focused. There's a different style to it. We will definitely be having Hoaglandia Opens again. They will be the same structure we did last time, what will cost $5 to enter, plus you will have to be subscribed to the channel to play. But the exact details, we're going to announce the first one after we get the next State of the Game update. I'm hoping we get a February State of the Game this week, and that State of the Game update tells us when HA4 is dropping. I'd like to schedule a Historic Open for after the next Historic Anthology drops. I don't hate the idea, man. 8 tapped lands is a lot. Yeah, I don't really like that build at all. That build's got a lot of bad cards in it, and 8 tapped lands, and not playing the counter unless they pay 1 spell. I like the idea of some temples. I wouldn't mind trying a temple or 2 in this deck. Now, I don't expect Magic Arena to get a spectator mode anytime soon. It's fine, though. The coverage, our coverage will continue to retain the requirement that you have to be willing and able to share your screen via Discord. Yeah, Night Bonder is not good enough. You can't mutate onto it. There aren't enough opposing counterspells in the format, like... I think I just Slitherwisp in response here. And get Mystic Disputed and feel bad. Aren't a lot of counterspells in the format, Hoglands. Get Mystic Disputed. Sorry, that was me being Twitch chat for all of you at home. That's what always happens when I talk about something not being common and then it happens. Or just like, but Jeff, the results. Look at the results in front of you, Jeff. Thanks, I was eating a cracker so I couldn't type. That's a pretty rough card to get counterspelled to. Ideally, we wanted to draw at least one card with that. It feels like it's pretty important to be able to get one of our 2 card advantage engines online with this deck, which actually, one thing in that deck list that was just linked that I don't like a lot of it because it's playing cards like Ashiok's Erasure, but I do think potentially playing more Omen of the Sea is good because it feels like it's pretty important to get to either Slitherwisp or Brazen Borrower or Sea-Dasher Octopus in most of our games. So I don't hate the idea of having more Omens to find our better cards more consistently, find those engines so we can get them online ideally early. Huh? Fair. They're gonna be able to use our card advantage against us, huh? Maybe I should have just flashed this in a response, let them take Brazen Borrower. Mr. Roboto, thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Roboto. Do 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 do. 26 months, Big Mama. Good morning, good morning. We're probably drawing with Castle this turn unless they give us something worth negating. Is that worth negating? I don't think so. It was awkward that I had to choose between third blue or third black here, so I couldn't, like, have the option to either Castle Draw or Brazen Borrower in Negate. Mafia! Good morning, good morning. What was the genesis of Runeterra card suggestions in Magic decks? Just card game players being card game players? Well, that blocks the octopus at least. They know about Negate, they don't know about Stroke. Got a bunch of cards in hand there. Thanks. I just let this happen, right? It's gonna get to draw a card, but then I get to Sea-Dasher onto the Dirge Bat and kill it. And I think I wait till my turn so I can protect it with Negate, because like if they have like a Heartless Act or something, I want to be able to keep this around. It's not quite as resource efficient as we otherwise could be, but it also plays around Mystic Dispute nicely. This feels so important here, like being able to get a card advantage engine online. Yeah, I think I want a third Omen of the Sea. I think maybe we'll trim the fourth Pouncing Shark. It's probably what I want to do. Because, like, cutting a mutate creature but adding a card that draws us cards is, like, kind of a wash. This means I only get to hold up one counterspell for next turn. Which might be bad for us. If they have like big thing plus counter my counter back, we get into trouble here. No, so I actually want to keep these. It's important that I keep what's it called? It's important that I keep these at different converted mana costs in terms of even and odd because of Extinction Event. That's something you want to think about when you're mutating, is whether or not your mana costs are even or odd and how you stack things above or below. It's oftentimes going to be worth giving up points of power or stats in order to I think I just let this happen. Because they know about this negate. Yeah, that smells like bait. Because they could like land ultimatum or something. Looks like they're escaping Pelucranos, so we'll Disdainful Stroke that. Do they have a way to kill Borrower here? Let's do that, sure. Ugin is 8. All right, I think we should be good to go here, huh? Head into a third game. Yep. Basically 6 cards in hand. Cycle is the best play you got. Sounds good. Resolves. This is such a good 1-2 punch. Just like the end step, 3/3 flash flyer, untap, put this on it, kill your thing, have a counterspell up. Come on, duress me. Duress me, daddy. Rats. Rats. Never lucky, chat. I'm a jerk. Listen, I didn't have a better line, chat, okay? I'm just playing the cards I've been dealt. No, I don't want to be duressed anymore. I wanted to be duressed earlier before I drew this. Attempt to time walk. Cast time walk. This is bait, chat. Took the bait. One could argue I'm a master at baiting. Truly, truly skillful at it. They did miss a land drop. After the stream, Simulander. So Rune Tiara Talk will be at the end of each. This is less resource efficient, but I'd rather they kill Borrower than Brada, so I'm gonna lead on this. Yeah, pausing in the middle of magic stuff to do Rune Tiara spoilers will lose me half of my viewers, so I'm gonna do them at the end of the stream after I already lose half my viewers going to Bugsnax. So, This could be bait. If they have Binding of the Old Gods next turn, I'm a little sad. But they don't have exactly Binding. I'm pretty happy with this exchange. Would not be surprised to see this eat a piece of removal here. Okay, and then they have Heartless Act? No, they don't. Okay, sweet. That's great. Ooh, should have waited to play the land, because I'd rather have a third blue, right? Yeah, small sequencing mistake there on my part. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They unlocked all of their mana real quick here. I think we're probably just playing Naked Brata this turn. Yeah, they can't cast Ultimate this turn, is correct. Resolves. Yes. They fetch Forest, so they still actually can't cast Ultimatum, huh? They have 8 mana. They could play in cast Yori in this turn. That doesn't really do anything because I have Brata plus Sea-Dasher next turn. Does that let them cast Ultimatum? It does. I'd say it's a shame we didn't have one of our many counterspells, but like they duressed us last turn, so like it wouldn't have mattered. We would have needed 2 counterspells here. Okay. Okay, so we say this happens. Honestly, we just let the Tibalt happen too, right? And then I just Brata?
So you've seen through my disguise.
We just like hope that this isn't a removal spell. This is a removal spell or like a Mystic Dispute, we're dead. But if it's not either of those things...
How badly did you miss that?
Oh, they have our Borrower. Yikes. Huh? Now we're gonna do deck voting after this match. It's gonna take a little bit of luck, but with a little bit of luck, we can chunk through what they have going on. So you need them to not have a removal spell though. If they have Doomblade or another ultimatum, we're probably SOL. Man, if our threat just hadn't been Borrower, if this hadn't been Borrower to bounce our thing there, we would have killed that and we would have like messed up their entire board. They're going to put Sea-Dasher onto something here. Can they mutate from out here? I think they can, right? Let me cast the spell for its mutate cost. Yeah. Or they're not. Oh. Guess what? Put it over or under target non-human creature you own. No, they own these. They own these. Yeah, they can mutate onto these. Oh, you know, I probably don't want to attack with this into their Brazen Borrower anyways, right? So I just want to hold Stroke up this turn. Yeah, I think that's the play. This was actually a mistake. I shouldn't have played this out. Deal. So if this is a blank, I think we're gonna win this game. Because this shark's about to redraw us all of our stuff, right? This Brazen Borrower lost me the game. This Brazen Borrower lost me the game. If I would have waited on this. If I would have waited on this, we would have been okay. I could have bounced this Sea-Dasher and then we would have destroyed them. Mystic Dispute. I also, if I would have done this, I could have just had more mana that turn, right? Yeah. Man. I don't know if we're dead yet, but definitely not in a great spot. We could draw another Pouncing Shoreshark and maybe be in it. They scryed top, so this card is scary, whatever it is. I'm gonna see if Stroke's able to get us past whatever they have going on. I feel like whatever they put on top of their deck, I need to stroke here. I didn't stroke the Yorion because if their last card wasn't a counter spell or a removal spell, this Dirge Bat would have bounced my 2/2 to my hand and destroyed the Yorion with the Dirge Bat trigger. And then I would have mutated onto this with the Sea-Dasher Octopus that I would have redrawn, and I would have just destroyed their entire board. The fact that my opponent's last card was a counter spell there was the difference between winning and losing the game. If their last card simply wasn't a counter spell or a removal spell, if it was a blank or something, the Dirge Bat would have just decimated them. We would have killed their entire board and we would have started hitting them and drawing cards. Speaking of hitting them and drawing cards. That's probably lethal, right? I can Dirge Bat, kill this, and this, and then we're gonna die in the backswing. Yeah, I fucked up. So my Brazen Borrower play cost us the game, because if I wouldn't have Brazen Borrowered that shark after they countered my, if I hadn't Brazen Borrowered their shark after they mysticked my shark, I would have been able to pick up my Mutate card, and then I would have had another Mutate to trigger Dirge Bat extra to stay alive. So, my proactive Brazen Borrower there was very bad. Alright, let's put up, I'm going to play one more with this after making a 1-card change, but let's put up deck voting for whatever we're going to do next. Let's pick a historic deck. Tempered Steel, Jund, Storm Herald, or Treasure Flare. You'll have 10 minutes to vote while we play our next match. There's three real good ones, chat, so any of those I could see winning. They're 3 great decks. Now, we've played Angels twice recently. My goal is to get variety in. Remember, if you want to see more of a guaranteed deck, you can always donate to see it. And we'll probably get to all of these decks at some point eventually. But which one we're playing today will be decided by voting. Hey, Pim, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Luris of the Dream Den. If they're playing Rogues, I'm probably going to concede the match and play a different last match. I don't know that I feel like playing against Rogues. They're playing Cycling. We'll play it out. Probably play a good game against Cycling. Sweet, they're playing Cycling. God bless opponent. Yeah, question. The deck voting will definitely be a question on the next subscriber survey. I personally have been enjoying deck voting more, but I'm interested to see how people feel about it at home. Post Days land drop of shame, opponent. It's my favorite kind of land drop. That was a tapped land. Yeah, I have Runamite, Hedon. I've updated all of the decks that are listed there. They are current iterations based on cards that are currently legal. for an untapped blue source here. We get 4 looks at it. Nailed it. I think I'm in the market for a 4th land, a 5th land. Pretty close vote here between Tempered Steel and Jund Storm Herald. Activated my trap card, chat. Bink. So, Talrand, I am working on getting... I need to figure out some type of special tier 3 or tier 2 voting system, but I'm not providing any direct benefits for tier 3s currently. So, if you want to drop to a tier 1 sub and just donate to get specific decks played on occasion, that would be okay. I am still taking donation decks for $50. But I'm not manually tracking like tier 3s across multiple months for that. As a heads up. Tier 2 and tier 3 do accrue channel points faster than lower subs, which means during deck voting things like this, you technically get more of a vote already. Fair. Fair. Oh no! Chat! Moments before the disaster! Opponent, you just saw Brita! They didn't play around the second Brata, chat. They didn't play around the second Brata. Got him. Second Brata gets him every time. For Juculent, thank you for the 21 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I have evidence that some people are voting twice. Exhibit A, myself. Tempered Steel up by a little bit here. Every flash spell loses them 2 life and draws me 2 cards, chat. It's so good. It shouldn't be allowed to be this good. This deck is fun. Our deck's probably not good, but it's been sweet. I've been enjoying myself. Stop it! Get some help. Bad opponent. So if I draw a Mutate card with this, they die, right? We can also just, like, draw a bunch more flash cards, but... like, Shark here is quite an absurd draw. Is Heartless Act lethal? Not quite. Oh, could I have just done these? No. Okay, and then we're just holding Negate up here so we don't die to another one of their things. Got about 3 minutes left in voting. Tempered Steel and Junstorm Herald are neck and neck. Believe it or not, I'm gonna board out Heartless Act in this matchup. Actually, am I supposed to board out Heartless Act in this matchup? I did it really quick and now I'm thinking about it. They do have a lot of things that I need to kill that this is probably not a good Murderous Rider matchup. It's a little bit on the expensive side. This is probably better than that. How many counter spells do I want for Flare? Is 4 Negates enough? 4 Negates might be enough. And then, do I just trim these Omens? I think I like this. Let's try this. Then we'll prioritize saving Negates for Zenith Flares. About a minute left. Tempered Steel is up by 130 votes. You're gonna find a box full of ballots to stuff in for Junstorm Herald. Do it quickly. I think we're supposed to mulligan this. They like play a fox, we just die. I guess I have Singer plus Brata. Holding his ticket for Treasure Flare, I'm sure we'll find the votes. With a massive vote, Junstorm Herald has taken the lead. Beansy with the 3,000 bits, Dimstar with the 269,000 channel points. By a narrow margin, Junstorm Herald will be the next deck we are playing in Historic today. Remember, chat, if your deck you voted for didn't win, you need to be a good loser. And what does being a good loser mean? A good loser means no coups. This is close. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. This at least has Borrower to send a, what's it called, back to the hand. I think this hand's okay. I would like a piece of hard removal, but like, this bounces a fox, this is a piece of card advantage, this stops a Zenith Flare. This hand's probably fine. Oh, they don't have another land. Nice. Been there, opponent. Been there. Get that one out of there. Alan Dell, thank you for the 22 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. You'll be hearing from me in court, Hogland. Yep. Not surprised. It's within 5%, we demand a recount. Ah, sorry. So, Hokelandia only automatically triggers a recount if the vote is within 0.5%. So, 5% is not quite enough. Apologies. Yeah, I've actually had my PS5 for a while. Almost all the variety games I've been playing have been on the PS5. I've had a PS5 since release day. I would be lying if I didn't say my favorite part of deck voting is getting to dump on MAGA idiots for 3 minutes. That would just be a lie. So I never had a PS4, so I can't confirm this, but I've been told by people who have PS4s, one of the upsides to the PS5 too is it runs PS4 games at better frame rates. I can't speak to that from a personal experience thing, but yeah, looks like our opponent's just gonna bumble and die here. Some of them, yeah. So, I had low expectations going into this deck, and I actually think we're probably gonna play this again another day this week. I was really pretty happy with where we ended up at overall. It felt like as we slowly trimmed bad cards out of our deck got better. And honestly, I could see going down even to 2 Pouncing Shoreshark. Omen of the Sea was really impressive in the games that we played. And like, my big takeaway from playing this is the key to like getting games online and winning with this deck seems to be finding Sea-Dasher or Slitherwisp and then keeping one of those 2 cards in play. So like having Omen of the Sea to find these cards more consistently seems very, very powerful. And Brada was also very reasonable. Playing this as just a flash threat that then with Sea-Dasher and this could kill random things for us, but also just like a decently statted flash threat that like triggered Slitherwisp also felt fine. So yeah, I was pretty happy with where we ended up at. I think I liked it a lot. Hey, we had a sub in there. X Brain Eater, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to Oaklandia. So yeah, that was fun. I'm gonna have to put that back on the docket. Maybe if it has another good run, it'll be something we play in some of the SCG tournaments this weekend. We are going to